Hey, welcome back to the Big Rand Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit that subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, unless you've been living under a rock the last few days, you know that Alex Jones, as in the guy that runs InfoWars, has been removed from Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and even the platform here at YouTube. Now, many people are screaming and crying and whining, calling this censorship, and that it's against his First Amendment rights to be removed from a platform. Now, there's a thing about First Amendment rights. They do have limits. One of those limits is you cannot incite violence. Therefore, he's already violated said Constitution, said amendment. I'm a big supporter of free speech. But if you incite violence, then you're not really holding to the spirit of the First Amendment. It is wrong to sit there and try to rile up people to commit violent acts or to threaten violence. And that is what Alex Jones has been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. He claims there's a conspiracy against him, starting with the lawsuits from the parents of the victims of the 2012 Newtown shooting. What was it, 26 children? 26 kindergartners were gunned down and murdered in cold blood by one pile of shit. Is he sitting there attacking that kid's family? Hell no, he's not. He spent the last 4 years, or 4 or 5 years, if not more, at least since about 2013, railroading these families and acting like they're the evil, like they're evil people. Like their kids never died, that it never happened. That's a government conspiracy. That they're all crisis actors, like he said the people were at Parkland. Right around July 4th, he said the Democrats, the liberals, of all people, were going to start a civil war. Once again, inciting violence. First off, with Newtown, those parents have that. The parents that their numbers have been found or their addresses have been receiving death threats. They've had to move, many of them, hundreds of miles away from where their child is buried. So they can't be found, so they can't be targeted, so they can't be harassed and threatened with murder. Simply because Alex Jones runs his mouth. You're allowed to have your rights as long as they don't run afoul of somebody else's. And these people aren't getting their sense of, they're not being able to feel liberty, freedom. Because every time this starts up, they have to freaking move again. They've already gone through tragic violence. They don't want to see it again, so they keep moving. How can you sit there and defend Alex Jones? He's a cretin. And then on the 4th of July, as I mentioned, his claim that the liberals were going to start a civil war. Thank God nothing happened. Thank God one of his listeners didn't go get deranged and go shoot up some liberals at some 4th of July party. Thank God. Or whoever it is you pray to. And maybe I have a little bit of a beef with the guy. Because I used to trust him. I used to follow him. I used to watch his videos. Because prior to Newtown, he did not seem absolutely crazy. But that's what he's become. And let's not forget that in court documents, he admitted he was a fraud. That he himself was a character actor. Playing a character for a role on a YouTube channel. And where he really incited violence, without a shadow of a doubt, was his bullshit Pizzagate conspiracy. The man sat there talking about how Hillary Clinton and the Democrats were running a pedophile ring out of a pizza parlor in the basement. So one of his followers, what does he do? Grabs an assault rifle and bursts into the place, wanting to see the kids and free the kids. Guess what? There was no basement. And I understand where the guy was coming from. I don't, as much as it was on that guy for showing up with a gun like he did, he thought children were in peril. I understand why that man showed up doing what he was doing. But the one that incited him to do it, convinced him this was going on, was Alex freaking Jones. If you ask me, Alex Jones, it's been a long time coming for him getting kicked off of certain platforms. If I sat here inciting hate speech and violence against people, I would be terminated. The Big Ranch Show would cease to exist. If I posted some of that stuff on Facebook, I would be terminated. If I posted it on Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, I would be terminated immediately. But because he's Alex Jones, it's a problem, right? I've had YouTube block videos of mine before, simply because it talked about a topic they didn't like. But Alex Jones gets to sit here and soak up the advertiser dollars on this platform while lying and inciting violence. I also have to say this too. The First Amendment doesn't have to do with a company terminating your services. As we learned back when A&E fired the guy from Duck Dynasty, they legally have a right to fire people who do stuff that make them look bad. Now, I will say this one thing. I think YouTube and Google should have handled it differently. I don't think he should have been terminated right off the bat. I think, much like Logan Paul, he should have been suspended for a certain amount of time, as punishment for inciting violence and some of the things he's posted, like they did Logan Paul after the Suicide Forest video. I think that was a more reasonable approach. And if he continued with his BS when he returned, then terminate him. But that's not what they chose to do. I'm not going to lose any sleep over Alex Jones being terminated here at YouTube, or on Spotify, or iTunes, or anything like that. It's not my problem. I don't see it as a violation of his rights, because the government did not shut him down. Businesses shut him down. Businesses said, we no longer want to associate with you. And you know what? YouTube has that right. So does Spotify and iTunes. Everybody else has that right. If at some point I post videos that YouTube finds to be disgusting or vile or vulgar or in any way a violation of their terms of service, guess what? They could terminate me. I try my best to just bring honesty. He brought nothing but lies the last 5 or 6 years. And like I said, I was a fan of Alex Jones. I thought he brought a lot to the table until he went crazy. You know, do I think it's good he's gone? Yeah. Do I think YouTube should have maybe not done it? Yeah. I think it kind of makes him a martyr. You know, I think a suspension would have been more of a proper approach. But also at the same time, I am glad to see him off this platform. Because he was doing nothing but peddling smut, lies, propaganda. That's all Alex Jones was doing. But if I have to abide by the rules, so does Alex Jones. To be honest with you, though, I think YouTube should give him a second chance. I don't think he should have been completely terminated. I don't think his channel should have been completely removed. I think he should have just been put on suspension or a probationary period of some sort to maybe straighten him out. Maybe YouTube will change their minds in the future. I don't know. But Alex Jones does have an InfoWars website. You're not going to miss out on any of his videos if you like Alex Jones. I no longer watch Alex Jones anymore. It's not because he's a right winger. I used to watch him. I've been liberal for almost 20 years now. I guess about 14 years now. I've been extremely liberal, and I still listen to him and Don Imus and all the others because I like to hear information. I like to learn things that I don't already know. I don't like sitting here listening to myself think and talk. I like to learn ideas that I don't know. That way I can think about whether or not I agree with them and how we should go along with it. I don't mind hearing the other side. That's why I do this channel. Because I like to have other people's input, whether I agree with them or not. But Alex Jones got what he had coming to him. These companies weren't going to put up with that for long. It's definitely not in the current environment. Where if they support one wrong person, their businesses are gone. And I found that to be terrible. But at the same time, look at what he was doing. Look at the lies he was peddling. If you think it's okay for him to sit there peddling lies, propaganda, misinformation, and inciting violence, if you think that was okay, then I can't help you. The man was not doing a good service. He was lying to you. Like I said, he convinced a man to go try to shoot up a pizza parlor. He tried to convince his followers that we were having a second civil war incited by the liberals. That didn't happen. Proves he was a liar. What did he say though? Oh, they knew I found out, so they didn't do it. Bullshit. You're full of crap, Alex Jones. But anyhow, this has been the Big Rand Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. If you liked Alex Jones, I hope you'll watch more of my videos, because I will try to bring you the most honest videos possible. I will do my best to be as honest and upright or forthright with you on where I'm getting my information, what I have, what I believe and what I believe happened. And my videos aren't going to be based on politics only here. Moving forward, I'm going to be doing more stuff more than politics, because obviously politics isn't going to get me anywhere anyway. But anyways, if you've watched the video this far, hit the thumbs up button, and just, share the video, like the video if you want, and subscribe. If you really thought Alex Jones was great, I think you'll like this channel. I'm not saying because I'm a right-winger, because I'm not. But I do my best to bring you as much honesty and facts as I can, unlike Alex Jones. I do my best to bring the most accurate information that I possibly can. Does some of my commentary lean left? Yes. But my commentary won't be given to you unless I've given you the facts. Anyhow, have a great day.